times we are living in right now, huh? This coronavirus thing. There's been whispers about it for a couple of months now, but I swear it's ramped up so much just in the last day or two that it's kind of terrifying how quickly everything went down, right? So, last week, I had the feeling that I should stock up on a few things. I wasn't really concerned about the virus so much, I was more concerned about people panicking and panic buying everything and having things flying off the shelves and not being able to get my hands on those things. It's good that I went with my instincts because stores around me are selling out of things like crazy. Paper products, first aid products. Somebody that I'm friends with on Facebook was posting photos of just empty shelves at all the grocery stores, and all the meat is being purchased, and there's no bananas, and rice and beans are gone, and it's just scary how that panic mentality makes people run to the store and scoop up everything that they can get their hands on. Luckily, I don't have to go out in that chaos because I'm all stocked up from my big shop that I did last week. Um, but, they're saying to avoid crowded places and social distancing and all that, and then people are like running to Costco with 400 other people, so that doesn't seem like the greatest idea. But people have to have things, they have to be able to feed their families, especially now that the schools have closed. So I don't know how it is around where you guys are, but here in Michigan, the governor just announced yesterday that they're closing all K through 12 schools, public, private, and otherwise, for 3 weeks. And those 3 weeks lead right up into our spring break, the week that they are saying it's going to be okay for the kids to go back to school is the week that our school system has spring break. So it's going to be 4 weeks off for my kids. And I'm grateful that they did that because I feel like that's really going to help keep kids healthy and therefore keep kids from bringing this virus, to their parents and their elderly grandparents and stuff. So I think it was a good thing. It's very sad for me, though, to watch people panicking on Facebook about how are they going to have childcare for their kids. They have to work. And how are they going to feed their kids because they get free lunch at school and they're taken care of at school, and now they don't have that as an option, and the government's scrambling to come up with programs to make sure the kids are fed, and the schools are trying to figure out how they're going to continue the curriculum online, if that's a possibility. So it's all very scary, and it's very scary how quickly it escalated. Like, we went from people joking about it and not really taking it seriously to all of a sudden the whole world is shut down. And like I said, it's a good thing that they've done that to avoid exposure. But at this point, I feel like we've already been exposed, right? Like, they're saying that the numbers in the US are so low, but they're also not testing people. So I have a feeling that the cases are going to compound daily as they test more people. Here in Michigan, they went from saying that there was 2 confirmed cases to 3, and then all of a sudden, a few hours later, it was 12. So obviously, the more people they test, the more positive results they're going to have. So I think it's inevitable, honestly, that my family is going to get this. Obviously, my husband can't stay home and lock himself in our house because we have to have money to pay our bills, so he has to go to work. Thankfully, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and my kids are going to be taken care of being out of school, and I don't have to worry about childcare. And like I said, my pantry is stocked, so I don't have to worry about how I'm going to feed my kids for the next few weeks. But still, my husband has to go to work. He's in and out of people's homes, being that he's in the plumbing business, so he has to be around people. You can wash your hands and use hand sanitizer if you can find it to buy it, because it's not very easy to find right now. But there's only so much you can do he's going to be exposed to something and inevitably bring it home. Um, I just pray that our immune systems are strong enough to protect us from it and keep us safe. But I definitely, there's a lot of concern right now. I am not panicked, which is surprising, honestly, because I'm the type of person that will immediately panic over every little tiny thing. So the fact that I'm not a panicked mess is surprising and amazing. Um, my anxiety hasn't been super, super high with all of this. Um, it's gotten a little bit worse in the last day as, the whole world has shut down and things have been crazy. Sorry about the lighting, you guys. I'm filming this on my phone and there's the window behind me and it just is what it is. But my anxiety has been okay. I feel like it's going to get worse before it gets better. Right now, Austin is at his last day of school. I wasn't even going to send him, but he really wanted to go. And let me see if I can do something better so that this lighting doesn't keep fluctuating. I don't know if no, that's not really going to work. Sorry, you guys. He's at his last day of school right now, like I said. He's getting all of his personal belongings out of his locker and bringing everything home. And then he'll be home for 3 weeks. Robbie, of course, has been home with his seat time waiver program, so nothing really changes for him. But it's a load off my mind knowing that they're home and they're, not around other children, and it's just one less thing to worry about. So that's good. But yeah, overall, essentially we're just washing our hands a lot. That's how we are preparing. I have my food stock, so that's great. I don't have to rush out into, the crowds of people who are clamoring to get a hold of things. We have a back stock of toilet paper because we always buy it a month at a time. Also, things like laundry soap and dish soap and all of that we have on hand. So, unless this gets drug out for longer than a few weeks, we'll be okay. If, we're looking at more than 3 weeks, though, I'm going to be having to figure something else out. But for now, we're okay. In terms of my budget, you guys know if you've been watching, I've been hardcore budgeting and trying to pay off debt, but I think I'm going to put that on hold for now and just make the minimum payments on everything and kind of stockpile cash just in case we should need it. If my husband gets sick and is out of work, he will not be paid because he gets paid on commission. So we're just trying to cover all our bases and control what we can control and not panic about the things that we can't control. We're checking in on our neighbors. We have elderly neighbors, and our one neighbor is not in the best of health, so we're checking up on him and just trying to, like I said, control what we can control and not stress and worry too much. We're keeping an eye on the news, but we are not over consuming the news because the media, I feel like, is not really helping the situation in terms of the panic and whatnot. Obviously, being formed, but there's a fine line there. So I don't think it's being blown out of proportion. I know there's some people that feel like it's being way blown out of proportion and it's not as big of a deal as everybody's making it out to be. I think it's as big a deal as it's being made out to be, if not more so. That's just my opinion. But I'm still trying to stay informed while not being like constantly on social media and taking in too much of it because that would just feed the anxiety. So yeah, how are you guys doing? What is the situation around where you live? Are the stores well stocked? Are you having a hard time getting a hold of staples? Are the schools closed near you? I know a ton of schools are closing for 3 weeks, at least. I know for sure all of Ohio's schools are closed. All of Michigan's schools are closed. I heard New Mexico schools are closing. So they're really trying to limit this exposure as much as possible. Our Like I said, our plan is just to stay home. We're not going to be eating out. We're not going to be going anywhere, other than my husband to and from work, obviously. But he's going to be adamant about hand washing and try to limit being around people as much as possible. There's only so much he can do. Like I said, he has to work for a living. But yeah, hopefully we'll come out of all of this healthy at the end of it. I'm praying that this doesn't get as bad as it has in other countries, and I'm praying for those countries as well. It's just really scary times right now, so I hope that you all take good care. You're taking care of your physical health as well as your mental health, and hopefully we'll just ride this out, and at the end we'll all be okay. So that's it. I just wanted to chat a little bit about the coronavirus, because I know it's what everybody has on their minds. I'm going to try to keep my filming schedule as close to normal as possible. It's going to be tough having the kids home and with everything going on, but I'm going to try. So be on the lookout for new videos next week. I'll try to be a source of entertainment for you guys and maybe a bit of relief from all of the crazy, scary news stuff, but obviously it affects my day-to-day life too, and with this channel being all about my day-to-day life, it's gonna crop up. I'm gonna go because the lighting in this video is really not good, and I want to get this edited and put up. But I hope you all are well. I hope you're all coping. Take good care, you guys. Bye.